Hello, guys. It's your popular friend Radiance Comedies here once again. There are so many pranks that you call expensive pranks, but there are pranks that are expensive but still teach you things. There is this thing, in fact, I would say to South Africans, this is the area that you guys can do very well. In fact, leave football for Nigerians, you understand, and other areas. I know that Nigerians can do very well in such areas, but this is so beautiful. In fact, if this guy will later come back from this particular prank, I don't think that he will ever, in fact, watch this video right now. They went and bought white and white as in funeral stuff, So now they are now taking him to the funeral house. This happened just after their party, and the young man was drunk, so drunk in such a way that he never knew what was happening. So they hired one coffin there in order to use to prank the young man. They packaged him and actually placed him properly into the casket, and started the mourning. The young guys were just mourning for him. And they were still beating on top of the coffin, but the guy has never realized what was going on. So they packaged him well until for some minutes, boom! And the guy just realized that, man, he's in the coffin, you understand? And he looked around. What is going on? What is really going on? I mean, what is going on? Am I in a coffin? What is going on? So the thoughts were all around his mind, and his friends were busy doing their work. The young man opened the coffin and looked around. Man, it was a funeral. And whose funeral? It was his. Man, he never knew whether to, are they joking or what? So what happened? When he looked at the person, everybody was serious. And he was looking around. They were serious, mourning, and man, he started crying. Am I in the spirit or what? Does it mean that I'm dead? What is going on? The young man was just, flabbergasted, as they say it is. So he smelled the whole place, and because it was a new dress, and it was still smelling fresh. So he had to yell at the guy that was very close to him, and the guy did pretended as if though nothing was happening. I wasn't seeing him, you understand? Man, he thought, am I in another world that these guys can't see me? Am I now a spirit? So he went on, started shouting, and everybody was just busy, crying, He joined them and began to cry. But let me ask you something. Okay, had it been all this while that he's shouting, do you know the things that came to his mind? The things that actually came to his mind were all that he has done, everything he didn't do well, a lot of things that went on. Men, guys, and youths, teenagers, this is actually the time you have to begin to prepare and put your life in order. In fact, this is the reason why I love this. You understand? It has a lot to teach. It has a lot to teach, even though it is a very, very risky prank. This one went to the extremes, but actually it is something. He came to the guy, Tojo, shouting Tojo. In fact, he would have known that Tojo was even pretending, but because his mind was not actually there, he thought that, man, these guys were serious. He came closer to the camera guy that was recording him, and the guy pretended as if he was recording the coffin. The guy shouted and cried, no help, man. He knew that this is no longer a joke. Hey, it wasn't a joke any longer. I mean, guys, okay, what if this thing was happening live? What would he have done? Because this is exactly how it looks like. So I think this is the time you give your life to Christ and act in it. So he came closer to the coffin and looked into it and said, guys, nobody is in the coffin, but they were actually looking into it, and we are now talking as if though there was really somebody inside it. That was where the guy actually, he knew that, man, this thing has gone into another kind of level. He shouted, and the guys were busy, crying. And he joined them to cry as well. After some minutes, they now prepared to take up the coffin outside. The friends lifted the coffin to take the coffin outside. What is really going on? Are these guys really doing this? He called them, nobody is in the coffin, I am here. But, man, nobody was just trying to listen to him. Man, it was at this point that the young man, he collapsed. He died. He passed out, any kind of, it is a funeral home, So they never did it outside so that they will not bring in an attention. But it was at this moment, at this time, that his friend found out that, man, this is gone to another kind of level. They started trying to, revive the young man. So when they now revived him, I started telling him, hey, guy, Sorry. Just wake up. This is a prank. It is a prank. Man, this kind of a prank. This kind of a prank, including his girlfriend. Man, he wanted to fight them and stuff like that. He started hugging them and everything. But there was something beautiful that actually happened, that at the end side of it, he was not the one that was actually giving advices, and say, guys, whatever you eat, try to measure up in whatsoever that you eat. Don't just do things out of gluttony and stuff like that. In fact, that was the reason why I love this particular video. Everything, imagine that this thing really happened. Imagine that this particular thing really happened to the young man. Now, had it been he never gave his life to Christ, where will he be? Is it in hell? Is it in heaven? If you have not received Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, I think, guys, this is the time you have to do such. So, guys, have you watched that video? That's such a beautiful video, and even me, I love it so much. Teaching the young man that never he should drink things like that again. You understand? Don't be stupid in things that you eat. Just because you can eat them now, you now eat them to overloading. All right, guys, subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Facebook if you have not done that, and also to Instagram. I love you guys so much. I love you guys. Yes, thank you so much for doing that. Share this particular video that others will see, and actually Facebook will just give us a further more views. You understand? Thank you so much for watching. All right, goodbye till next time.